So, okay.
Haven't tried it yet.
Pagka hindi po ba flip member, hindi nila mapapanood to?
Doon mo kunin sa web page yung link. Kulit ni Phoenix.
Oo.
Wag sa flip ka mag-share from web page. Kasi yun yung naka-public. Flip kasi yung mga members lang. Ang sakit ng tiyan ko. Magagalit kay Phoenix yung anak ko. Lalong magalit.
Nakita mo kanina reflection.
Wag na please uulan.
Bakit wala pa rin sila?
Ilang weeks na kayo, Miss A?
I'm on my 36.
Ay!
36 na yata.
Yan?
36 ba?
Hindi ko kayo naririnig.
Hindi mo kami naririnig?
Wow. Dapat.
Kanina pa kaya kami dito.
Third week ako, Jue. Pero pagka
Third week?
nasal ako ni Phoenix, baka malumabas na siya anytime. Joke. Parang gusto niya nang lumabas ngayon eh.
But am I clear? Can you hear me, guys? Can you?
Yes, we can hear you loud.
Yes, we can hear you.
Bakit parang walang lumalabas na comments sa StreamYard, Phoenix? Nakikita mo, walang comments, oh. Ayan na pala, meron na si April. Akala ko may problema na naman ng StreamYard.
I don't know what's happening. Sandali. Kasi ako, nakamute.
Meron na.
Nakamute pala kayo.
Meron na. Admin access ka din ba, Bongski? Sa
Hindi,
StreamYard?
hindi ako nakalog
By that reflection.
Pero nakikita niyo yung comments, no?
Nakikita ko yung comments.
Nakikita rin pala.
Loud and clear ba?
Ako wala.
Loud.
Wala ako nakikita.
Yes, you're loud,
Kayo
but
lang.
you're not very clear. Joke.
Ay, hindi ako clear.
Hindi, clear ka. Medyo joke lang kita. Joker ako.
Ano po bang gagawin dito? Ganyan.
Wala. Chisminsan lang.
Okay, 6 o'clock.
Intervene ka, Josh.
JSU
Mo
mo.
ako may lalagay sa
topic natin
sa hot
ngayon?
seat
How to look confident. Wow! Nagkataon naman to. Ano?
Yung topic, how to look confident. How to not look confident.
Kung kailan ang daming nangyayaring kung ano-ano dito sa ano. Okay.
Bakit? Anong nangyayari dyan?
It's time to get serious.
Sige.
Hi everybody. Hi Anna. Hi Bong. Hi Josh. Hi Laura. Ayan.
Hello.
Hi. Hello
Namiss mo
po.
ba ako, Phoenix? Namiss mo ba?
Oo, hindi ko kayo, salita pala kayo ng salita kanina. Akala ko,
Oo, namiss niya. Iba pala.
Oh, with all the warm-up and everything. Tapos medyo naiirita ako dun sa, hindi ko
Saan?
na kasi maabot. Pasensya
Ano
na,
yun?
pandak po si Felix.
Ang
Hindi ko
ano
maabot
yun?
yun.
Ano yun?
May reflection dun sa taas.
Kaya pala
Kasi
may kanta
nakabukas.
kaninang, why does my...
Kaya siya kumahata ng reflection.
Ay, narinig niyo yun. Okay.
inside? Ay, naka-live na pala.
Nakalive na tayo. Kaya seryoso na tayo. Is everybody ready?
Si Josh, ready na yata. Unahin mo na.
Yeah. Hello, Josh. Are you ready?
No.
No.
Sige, simulan na natin kasi 6 o'clock na.
Okay, saglit.
6:02.
Nakalimutan ko yung mga obligasyon ko. Eto na. Matagal eh. Bakit nawawala yung recording? Nasaan na yun?
Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Philip Chat and Chill, where we get to drag people. Did Anna drag everybody here? Yes, I think.
No, I am not the one dragging.
Ay, oo nga pala.
Si Carmen.
Hindi na pala nagda-drag si Anna. Where we get together a bunch of people, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about the ins, the outs, the ups and downs, the good, the bad, and the beautiful of freelancing. And right now, we are going to talk about Anna.
Ay, How to look confident in your video interview.
Ayan, ladies and gentlemen, pasensya na po kasi ngayon lang na naman kami nag-tag team ni Ana. Kaya
Kaya,
medyo out of sync kami sa ngayon, pero
nagtaguan kaming dalawa ng mga nakaraang linggo eh. Taguan ng feelings.
Oo nga eh. But at least we are back together again. Buti
Yeah.
naman. And we also have a panel of people here whom are actually experts of talking about our topic for today. Kilala naman natin ang mga nasa panel ngayon. But before we introduce our panel today, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to please share this webcast and tag your friends along para pag-usapan natin ito. Because this is a topic that is kind of important to, especially to newbies. But why are we talking about this topic today, Anna?
Well, nagsa-start na ngayon yung Guided Hustle Challenge namin for September Hustlers. No? So, yun, para mas mabigyan pa sila ng tips on how to be confident in their interviews. Ayan, ito yung napiling topic natin for today.
Ayan, it is in conjunction with this month's Guided Hustle Challenge. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who do not know that about Guided Hustle Challenge, tingin-tingin na lang po kayo sa forum natin. But Guided Hustle Challenge is meant to be for our graduates from accelerated to complete para po medyo ma-train sila, ma-stress sila na mag-apply ng mga jobs.
Mas-stress talaga.
Yeah, it helps them boost their confidence and lahat-lahat na lang pwede namin maibigay na tulong sa kanila para sila makapag-apply ng mga contracts nila. And a big part of it is the job interview, the video interview, which marami po sa atin, whether you are a graduate or not, whether you are a newbie or not, pati nga mga batido dyan, ninenervyos pa rin eh. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves some tips and tricks on how to be confident in front of the camera. Ayan. So, ladies and gentlemen, batiin nga muna natin ang mga audiences natin dahil medyo ang dami na baka hindi babasa lahat niya.
Yes. Ayan. Batiin natin ang mga manunood. Ayan. Si April Erin Gabe. Gabi ba? Tama. O, Gabe. Hi. Mitchie Cole. Good evening. Si RJ Maramba. Pwede niyo rin i-comment guys kung saan kayo nanonood ngayon ha. Janeline Rosagaron. Good evening. Watching from QC. Elizabeth Guerrero. Nano. Lynn Patarata. Si Mahar. Wow, power guests daw. Kilikili powers. Lea Villa Flores. Hello. Jaline watching from Batangas. April Erin. Excited for tonight's free tutorial. Ay, hindi tayo tutorial. Ano tayo? Chikahan lang tayo. Pero yung mga tips naman ikaw makukuha dito. Si Ina Torres, Wilma Desamero, San Agustin, good evening. Eve Manalo, watching from Concepcion, Tarlac. Si May Nadella, watching from Santo Tomas, Batangas. Sylvia Sahot Quivedo. Good evening. Edlin Castillo from Antipolo. Si Mami V, good evening from Davao City. Si Mariette DVV, tama ba? Lipa City, Batangas. Si Janeline, ang daming taga Batangas. Janeline, ayan naangat ko. Hindi ko na nabasa yung iba. Ay, nawala. Ba't nawala yung comments ko? Kaloka. Ay, eto na. Bumalik na rin. Carming, good afternoon everyone watching from Teresa Martires City, Cavite. Si Ivan daw ay watching from Baguio. RJ, artista na daw si Josh. Si Elizabeth Guerrero watching from San Pablo. Francisco, ay nawala. Kulit ng ano ko. Isa Ibanez watching from Cebu. Sherilyn Evidentes Caballero watching from Zamboanga del Sur. Si Rachel D. Ramos, hello. Mary Joyce from Batangas. Rose Milda, Yurong, Guarin, Malolos, Bulacan. Ayan, pengi po, Phoenix model po ikaw ng Clover, sabi ni Mai. Gandang gabi po of watching from San Mateo Rizal, si Annalisa Mendoza. Crafting Mom, finally daw naabutan niya din ng ating live watching from Aklan. And si Becca watching from UAE. Ayan, ang daming nanonood. Yay, 105 na tayo. Sige, manood pa kayo.
Thank you very much for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I encourage you to please keep on sharing this webcast. Kahit ngayon lang, kahit mamaya pa konti, pakishare na lang po, pakitag na rin po yung mga friends natin dyan na nangangailangan ng konting guidance when it comes to video interview and freelancing as well. By the way, inaangat ko itong si Clover dahil baka papagalitan ako dahil ibang pagbukas ko kasi hindi ko siya mahawakan. Yung dito.
Nabuhay si Clover.
Nabuhay si Clover. Makapagalitan ako ni Leslie. But there, ayan, tapos na pagbanggit ng sponsor at ating mga viewers.
Yes.
Ayan, let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, our guiders when it comes to video interviews. Let's start with Bong. Paano nga tayo pa? Clockwise nga tayo naman ngayon. Let's start with Bong. Bong, say hi to everybody, please.
Hello, everyone. Para ang daming from San Pablo. Hello.
Oo nga. Hatak mo ba yan, Bongski?
Wala.
Yeah, partida.
Hello. Para ang
Hatak mo
tagal
ba
kong
yan?
hindi nag-guest dito.
Kaya nga, lagi mo tinatanggan kay Carmi, pumayag ka sa bunutang ka.
Ang bilis ko nga sumagot kay Carmen ng oo eh.
Kaya nga, pag ako hindi ka na oo.
Good job, Carmi, for being able to drag the song here. Ayan, literal si Bong na-drag talaga. But thank you very much for being with us again. We miss you. And next is Liora. Welcome back to our Flip Chat and Chill. Buti naman nandito ka ulit. Say hi to everybody, please.
Kaya nga. Ay, walang sound. Wala kang sound, Liora.
Wala kang sound?
Kaya pala kanina pa hindi namin rinig ang iyong team, Coach Liora.
Hello?
Mahina.
Medyo mahina ng konti.
Wala ka sa
Mahina pa rin.
Mahina pa rin.
lakas, mahina. Wala.
Mahina pa rin. Kainin mo daw yung mic. Joke.
Teka, hello?
Ayun.
Ang pala si Coach Liora talaga. Joker to.
Kasi sa anak ko to, ngayon ko lang ginamit.
Pang homeschool pala.
Oh, yun pala, okay. So, eto, I'm back. So, hello po sa lahat na nanonood ngayon sa aming episode na How to Look Confident in Your Video Interview. So, maraming po kaming maibibigay na tips and discussion sa para paano ba makipag-usap or paano ba mga preparations na yan. So, sa lahat na nanonood, syempre, salamat po sa inyong oras and sa pagbigay ng syempre, your very precious time. So, hello po. Hi, co-host.
Hello.
Yes. Thank you very much, Miss Liora, for being with us again. And also, we have Josh. Josh, is this your first time to join us here on Flip Chat and Chill?
Is this your first time?
Yes.
Oh,
First time mo ba?
First time.
Hindi pa ba?
Oh, as far as
First
I remember.
time pala.
Yeah, as
I
far
was
as
I was a
first
moderator
time.
before of the FTC.
Yeah.
Pero hindi ka pa
care.
nag-guest.
What matters, what I care about is who are you and why should I be interested?
Patay ka.
Oh my gosh, interview.
Yan ang mga
Who you are.
yung mga tinatanong kagad ni Sir Phoenix.
Sagutin mo yan.
Anyways, hello everybody. Thank you po for joining us sa show na to. And I'm Josh and I'm currently based in East Timor. So there's 1 hour difference lang naman from Manila time. So yan. And I'm here para like you matuto din from our seasoned coaches. Yan. Ako din matututo.
Magiging coach ka na pagkatapos, Josh, kasi ang mga nandito yung mga guided hustle challenge coach, ikaw lang hindi. So, next month, ikaw na yung kasama sa
yari. Nayari na.
Pressure yan. Big pressure yan. You're forced to adopt newbies.
Miss Eta.
Ayan. So
Mangyayari
those of
siya.
you, ladies and gentlemen, who are unaware of what we are talking about, most of the times kasi meron talagang mga following other activities that we implore the graduates of VA Bootcamp to do. Kasi learning keeps going on and on and on and on. So if you are still interested to up your level as a freelancer, we still have a lot of things that we give exclusively to our VA Bootcamp graduates. However, please do not feel alienated kayong mga hindi po nag-enroll sa amin. We are not really forcing you guys, but we are just letting you know that there are a lot of things that we do exclusively to our students. However, hayaan niyo muna yan. Pag-usapan muna natin itong dapat natin pag-usapan ngayon para po sa inyong lahat itong topic na ito. And ito, wow, ito. Ito.
So,
Welcome my co-host, Miss Anna pala. Buti naman nagsama ulit tayo.
oo nga.
Ayan.
I missed you so much.
Now,
Kunyari.
ladies and gentlemen, we try to keep this show light as possible. Kasi sometimes there is this impression among many newbies that when it comes to the video interviews to clients, parang nakaka-stress, nakaka-pressure because you think it has to be very, very formal. When in fact, to us, we encourage people to be a bit more light-hearted. Kasi katulad ng ginagawa namin dito na nagkakatuwaan, tumatawa kami pag may kamali, nandyan lang. Because that is the example that we want you to take. Well, hindi namin kayo gustong ma-stress sa video interview. So let's talk about tips. Let's go to Leora. Leora, what is one of the biggest mistakes that newbies suffer from when it comes to dealing with video interviews?
Yes. So, sa akin, yung talagang biggest mistake ko nung unang interviews ko is not preparing well sa interview, like yung at least 10 minutes is you may dapat andun ka na kasi I should prepare na maayos yung audio ko, yung clear yung yung boses ko, then also yung lighting man lang is okay, malinaw. So there is time na talagang nagmamadali ako and yung client is nauna na. So I feel syempre sorry kasi it's like may konting paghihintay na yung sa end ng client. Though okay lang naman sa kanya but it's still hindi ako naging palagay na after nun. So parang it's like andun na yung kaba kasi I'm not that prepared. So ayun.
Preparation is key. Yes, that is a huge thing. Yung preparation, because a lot of us get so uptight and so nervous na nakakalimutan nating mag-prepare. So that is a very big key actually. But yung preparation natin, I would like you, Miss Flora, to clarify it. Dahil yung pag minsan pag sinabing preparation, ang daming iniisip ng mga newbies eh. So what specifically do we need to prepare for before we go to a video interview?
Yes. So for video interview, ako what I always do is have a research sa client ko. So once na in-invite na ako ng client for an interview, so nag-set na kami ng schedule date. That very day na ano niya ako is I already searched for their website. I list down questions or any specific na na-attract ako sa dapat kong tanungin. And then, so I at least 5 questions. And then, after that, pag yung day na mag-interview na, is I set at least 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the time na mag-interview. So, inaayos ko na lahat, especially sarili ko muna, naliligo ako. And then, yes, nagli-lipstick ako. Yes. Nung una, it is to prevent syempre, yung kaba ko. Kaya I hide. Sometimes yung lips ko medyo, namumutla. So, lipstick helps a lot. And ngayon, ng lipstick is parang mukhang presentable na sa akin yon. Yun na ang aking meaning dun sa lipstick. And then next is yung syempre yung sa damit din. So, syempre you want to be presentable sa client in all forms. So, syempre dapat kahit din sa pananamit, it should be it's not that formal but at least hindi yung naka t-shirt ka lang or yung buhok mo nakabuhag-hag. So, presentable is a must. And also, of course, check your audio ng headset. Yung kagaya kanina nag-start tayo. I didn't know na kababa ay nakataas pala. So also yung internet nyo, make sure na talagang strong kasi baka hindi pala malakas, so baka hindi malabo yung usapan or hindi malinaw. So isa yun, make sure na yung lighting din is maayos and yung find a quiet place. So para walang ingay or background, parang ako may mga manok sa so I always prefer sa gabi. Pag may interview, talagang nag-aano ako, ini-insist ko na pwede sa gabi na mag-usap kami kasi that's the best time talaga for me. So those are my basic preparation sa client ko.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned the roosters. I love that that you mentioned yung mga manok kasi para ang dami ninyo pero ikaw itong isa sa mga signature natin naririnig talaga natin sa background. But I really love Miss Laura's example, ladies and gentlemen, kasi si Miss Laura she is unapologetic. What can you do kapag nandiyan ang manok? Wala. So just accept it na nandyan na lang and then work around it. Hindi mo naman pwedeng katayin lahat ng mga manok para lang makapag-interview ka, right? Maraming mga nagko-comment dito na medyo mahina pa rin ako. Am I okay now? Okay na ba?
Medyo
I
okay
hope
na.
I'm okay now kasi I just fixed a couple of things, but wow, super sensitive ang microphone na ngayon kapag ganito. But anyway, yeah, just let me know, ladies and gentlemen, kapag mahina pa rin ako. Anyway, nabanggit ni Miss Leora ang lipstick, and I remember from Miss Bong nung marami
Yung
pa sa
dati
mga
pa.
maaga-agang mga kino-coachan. Ang isa sa mga binabanggit niya is pabango. Magpabango ka kung kailangan mo. Can we go back there to that time, Miss Bong, when you were encouraging the newbies to wear perfume before their video interview?
Kasi parang gusto mong mag-feel good,
Yeah.
tas look good rin, di ba? So parang sa akin yung pabango yung naka-feel good sa akin nung bago mag-interview. Kaya ever since, ginagawa ko na siya. Parang nakadagdag siya kahit parang sasabihin niya parang corny, pabango lang siya. Pero para sa akin, nakadagdag siya ng confidence ko. Para kasing, di ba, unahin mo muna maniwala ka sa sarili mo. Eh. Pag mag-start yan, kasi lahat sa sarili mo. Kung hindi ka confident sa sarili mo, yun yung way ko para maging confident ako, yung pabango. Kaya, pinush ko yun. Kung ano yung magiging makakapagpa-confident sa atin, makakapagpa-feel good sa atin, go.
Truly.
Yan. Pero take note, ladies and gentlemen, sinabi ni Miss Leora na maligo, sinabi ni Miss Bong naman na magpabango. Hindi yan either or, Hindi yan, hindi yan either or. wag nating sabihin na, hindi ako naligo, kaya magpabango na lang ako. Yun naman ang sabi ni Miss Bong yan.
Hindi. Kasama
The point is to make you feel good about yourself.
Yes.
Feel good about yourself. Kasi to gain confidence, hindi manggagaling sa screen ang confidence eh. Ang confidence mo is coming from inside. So kung mabaho ka inside, hindi ka rin confident. Kasi lagi iniisip mo na yan eh, ang panghi ko, ang baho ko, parang ganun. Kahit na hindi naamoy yan ng client, yung subconsciously, you are affected by that. Sabi ni Ivan here, make your video interview as your virtual date. Dapat nag-aayos ka, pabangon na't naliligo. Yes, exactly the point. Thank you very much for that, Ivan. The thing is, nabanggit ni Miss Leora, mag-lipstick, si Miss Bong, magpabango. Let's try to get, aside from Ivan here, let's try to get Josh's point of view from the male's perspective naman. How do you set yourself up for a date?
Nagme-makeup si Josh.
Yeah. Pulbos lang, de joke. Anyways, tama 'yun ano, just to what you should do whatever make you feel confident, no? But if I may add, yung I try to warm up siguro, mag-jog in place just to keep myself or my blood, adrenaline
Run.
rush for me
Mm.
para
Mm.
makita ng client na you're alive, hindi ka inaantok, no. So for me it helps kung mag-warm up ako diyan, mag-push up ka whatever, just to keep the blood growing, and yung adrenaline mo will eventually transfer. Yung energy, I mean the energy will transfer to the client na makita niya, this person is energetic, active. Hindi siya yung parang one question and then you will give an close-ended answer, parang ganon. So just transfer the energy. I think it helps a lot. I mean, it works for me.
That is a very good point, really. I think I've heard this from John Pagulayan as well. Yung mag-workout ka, yung just let you, hindi naman kailangan pumunta sa gym. I'm sorry for that. Hindi naman kailangan pumunta sa gym. Pero yun nga, yung sabi ni Josh na you keep the blood pumping. That is very true. Because if, ladies and gentlemen, if, for example, you imagine yourself that you just woke up, di ba, pag minsan ganyan, yung matutulog ka, magnanap ka para handa ka na para fresh ang pakiramdam mo sa interview. Versus yung nakapag lumabas ka, nakapag-jogging ka or something. Basta yung gumawa ka ng anything that pumped your blood. There is a huge difference. Dahil kapag kagigising mo lang, naturally, ang pagbati mo sa client is, "Hello, client."
Walang
Ganun ka.
energy.
Right, right. Yes, yes. And that is very true. Thank you very much for that, Josh. Uh, uh, narinig ko rin yan that is very rare na naririnig ko maraming mga nagbibigay ng advices na puros yung nakaupo ka lang tapos aasikasuhin mo na lahat. But I really really like kung ang gagawin ng iba dyan is matapos mo nang asikasuhin lahat, yung mga lighting mo, yung mga sound mo, lahat na internet mo and everything. And after all that, yung lumabas ka konti, maglakad ka konti to get your mind out of nervousness and also to keep
Yeah.
your blood pumping. That is a really really nice advice. Anna, do you have anything to add?
Yes, since nasabi na nila lahat, napaghandaan mo ng lahat-lahat, 'di ba? Pero dumarating pa rin sa point na parang kabadong-kabado ka pa rin, parang kakayanin ko ba 'to o masasagot ko ba ang mga tanong ng client? Ako naman, ang after ko na ginagawa naman yan lahat. Nung na-prepare na nila Miss Leora, ni Bong, ni Josh, nagdadasal naman ako. Kasi yun
Oh.
talaga, yung minsan kasi 'di ba kahit gaano ka prepared, minsan na may mental block ka, tapos parang, bakit? Handa naman ako, bakit gano'n, di ba? So ako
Mm-hmm.
talaga, nagpe-pray ako, kung para sa akin tong client na to, Lord, tulungan mo ako. So yun, parang na-test ko yan nung first time kong nag-apply for a bookkeeping na task na client, na first time kong mag-apply for a 15 per hour na rate. Sabi ko, kaya ko ba to? Parang ako pa ako din nagdududa mismo. Kung masisingal ko ba siya or kaya ko bang patunayan ang rate ko na ito sa client na ito. Kahit may skills ako na hinahanap ni client. Pero yon, prayer talaga. Sobrang nakatulong sa akin. Kasi afterwards nun, yun, sabi ko, ako ba yun? Nasagot ko talaga yung tanong. Tapos yun, na-hire ako afterwards nun. So yun, baka sa iba maging effective din yung ganon, yung prayer. So yun, ayun ang pinaka-tip ko din. Mag-pray muna bago ang interview.
I like that. Whatever it takes para medyo kumalma ka. Ang
Oo.
problema kasi sa before we go to an interview, actually before we do anything that is new, yung hindi tayo sanay, everything that is hindi tayo sanay, nakaka-nervyos talaga. And I
Truly.
understand. Yes, I understand what Miss Anna here is saying, that you pray para kumalma ka. Kumalma ka. The same goes with what Josh said a while ago, na you go out and work out para matanggal nga yung isip mo sa kaba mo sa interview. The same goes with what Miss Liora said na maligo ka, and with Miss Bong magpabango ka. Those are tips para para medyo hindi mo masyadong iniisip yung magulo na yung mga voices in your head, because before the interview usually there are so many voices in your head saying what should I do, you should do this, you should do that, kaya mo ba ito. Those are just bothering you. Those are demons that are just bothering you. So yes, I understand what Miss Anna here is saying, that prayer helps to calm you down and get you prepared. There is something pointed out here by my Nadella. Nice aha moment. Post video interview. Research about the company and their culture. Look and smell presentable. Set up early. 15 minutes if possible. Do audio and camera check during interview. Look at the eyes of the interviewer. Do not stare down and do not play with hands. Anticipate their questions and ask questions related to job post or company. Okay, eto, this is something that I think is quite difficult to many people who are novices in video interviews. Looking at the eye. The thing about looking at the eye is, if you look at the interviewee, sa client mo dito sa screen, just like now that I am doing, I am staring at the eyes of Anna and Josh and Laura here, at nawala naman si Bong. And if you see me, hindi ako nakatingin sa iyo. Nakatingin ako sa inyo, pero kayo hindi, parang the way you see me is I'm looking down. See that? So if you want to look at the person's eye, looking straight at the eye, you have to look straight at the camera. Do not look at your camera, dahil di ba pag nag-i-Skype kayo, nakikita may naman dyan, may picture dyan na pinapakita yung image mo mismo. Do not look at yourself on the camera. Do not look at your client at the screen. Look straight at the camera. Talk straight at the camera. See? That is something that you need to practice with. Okay? One of the things that enables you to practice this is to sample videos. Dahil nandiyan naman ang phone ninyo, nandiyan naman ang Skype ninyo. If you are going to do a video interview, for sure you are capable of recording yourselves. Now, try to express what you think, what you feel, to the camera, straight at the camera, without looking at yourself on the screen. Dahil kahit anong gawin mo, kapag nakatingin ka sa baba, nakatingin ka sa notes mo, halatang halata sa camera. So if you really want to communicate and reach out to your client on a personal level, you have to practice talking to the camera straight like this. Okay? Huwag kayong tumingin sa screen like what I'm doing right now. Look at the camera straight like this. Sino sa inyo panel ang nasanay ng tumingin sa screen instead of the camera? Sa inyo. Are you guys... Anna? Nakamute ka, Anna.
Wala ka, nakamute ka.
Sa screen pa rin ako paminsan.
Ako rin sa screen.
Yeah. And that is
Ay,
excusable
i-point
because
out ko lang kung bakit maganda rin yung sinasabi ni Phoenix. Kasi minsan, di ba, pag during client interview, walang camera si client. Ikaw lang yung may camera. Diba? So, kailangan hindi ka malikot sa camera. Kaya maganda na yung point ni Phoenix na tumingin ka lang straight sa camera. Kasi ino-observe ka ni client eh. Kasi hindi mo naman mo-obliga si client na mag-on ng camera yan.
Yes.
So, may time talaga na walang camera yung client. Ikaw lang yung may camera.
Yes, and they will be looking at the screen. They will be looking at the screen staring at you. So kung pareho kayong nakatingin sa baba or nakatingin sa left, kasi yun pag minsan yung camera mo nandito, yung camera mo nandyan, but you are staring at the screen, sa iba ka talaga nakatingin eh. Just like me right now, I'm looking at Bong right now. Akala ko naka-eye to eye contact ako kay Bong, hindi. So you have to look straight at the camera.
Nakatagilid
Really.
siya. Tama.
Miss Ching said, paano di ko titignan yung screen, andun yung notes? There. Yes. It is an exercise, of course. It is an exercise. If you want to look at your notes, because you are a VA, so it is excusable naman na hindi kailangang all the time nakatingin ka sa camera. So if you want to talk to your client on a personal level, then that's the time that you look at the camera. Now, if the client says, if the client asks you something where nandyan ang notes mo, it is okay, of course, to look at your notes and then go back to talking to the person you're talking to straight on the camera. Make it an exercise. Kailangan talaga you make a habit. It doesn't really hindi naman kailangan na all the time na nakatingin ka sa camera pero make sure that you glance at the camera once in a while, because that is the key to connecting to your client. I tell you, maraming mga na-interview na ganyan na nakatingin sa baba, nakatingin sa side, or nakatingin elsewhere because they thought that they are looking at their client eye to eye. But no, hindi. We are talking about cameras here. So just imagine that the client is right there on the camera. At doon kayo tumingin. It takes a bit of practice. Uh, any other suggestions from the panel? Josh?
Yeah, I think yung nga, sabi nga ni Miss Bong, no, times the client will not use their video cam. Just try to think that he is there. Andun yung client and he's looking at every move that you make, and you are presenting yourself. So make the best out of it. Take that, grab that opportunity to really your personality.
Nice, nice. Thank you very much for that, Josh. Here's a comment from Ivan again. Powerful pa rin ang body language kahit video interview lang. They can sense na kabado or confident ka. Okay, yes. Most of the time, I think from elementary, we are trained na nakababa yung kamay natin, nakaganito sa mesa. Right? And sometimes during the interviews, incorporate as well as much as possible hands on your lap only. Ganun, yun ang training sa atin. But this is a video interview. On a video interview, sometimes pag stiff ka, the more na nararamdaman nila. Pag stiff ka na nakaganyan ka lang. Relax your shoulders. If it takes for you people to understand by doing this, or expressing yourselves by doing this, then yes, do it. Just be mindful of the camera. Always remember that the person you're talking to is inside that camera. So if you want to point at the person, if you want to point at your client, do not point at the screen, because if you point at the screen, look at me pointing at the screen. Look at me pointing at the camera. See the difference? The screen and the camera. Yeah, always remember that when you are expressing something, wag kayong tumingin sa screen. Nakakapanibago yung ganun, because you really wanted to express yourself and look at the camera, look at the screen, yung ini-emote mo talaga. And after all of those gestures that you are doing are meaningless because you are not looking at the camera itself. Always practice that.
Parang maganda na lang gawin yun para mas makatingin sila sa camera. Especially yung mga babae na conscious sa itsura. Maglagay sila ng mirror malapit dun sa camera. Kasi ginagawa ko yun eh. May mirror ako para nakikita ko paano ako nagsasalita. So yung placement na lang ng mirror dun sa may camera. Para dun nakatingin. Kasi syempre di ba tayo conscious tayo kung paano tayo magsalita. O kung nandun tayo sa mirror nakatingin, nakikita natin kung paano tayo magsalita. Diba? With hand gesture pa. Diba? May hand gesture kasi ako pagka nagsasalita. So ayun. Para mas makita rin natin yung sarili natin. Kasi alam ko, kaya kayo tumitingin sa screen kasi conscious kayo sa sarili nyo, sa itsura nyo. So, lagay nyo na lang yung salamin dun sa may camera para hindi na kayo ma-conscious. Kasi dun rin naman kayo titingin. So, yun na. Diba?
Yes,
Para masaya.
very good. Ko rin yan parang ginawa ko rin yan during the earlier times of flip chat and chill. Parang nilagay ko yung camera sa gitna ng screen Para kapag nakatingin ako sa screen, parang nakatingin ako sa camera. Pero,
Yun.
yeah, pero personally, para sa akin naman, I would rather you get rid of everything that gives you a reflection. Get rid of anything that takes your eye away from the camera. For example, di ba pag nag skype ka, nandun yung camera mo, yung camera view mo, or yung camera ng client mo. Turn it off. Turn it off kasi the more na
Oo, oo,
titingin ka
nakikita
sa
mo
ibang
siya.
bagay,
Oo.
yeah, the more na parang hindi mo mapigilan ang sarili mo, madidistract at madidistract ka pa rin eh. Now, we are talking so much about eye contact, but that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You really need to practice, practice, and practice looking straight at the camera. You need to make that a habit. Hindi lang po para sa video interview ito. You do not know if in time you will be doing vlogging, you will be doing a lot of things. Kailangan nakatingin ka talaga sa camera. Who knows if you will be coaching somebody, if you will be teaching some student there, or if you want to talk to a fellow freelancer, you will never know whether when you will need that particular attribute that you need to look straight at the camera. Yung mga galing ESL, I'm sure sanay na sa mga ganyan. But what else? Yung ang tanong ko sa inyo panel, yung iba ang advice nila is wag kayo masyadong galaw-gaw sa kamay, especially sa kamay. Ako naman, sabi ko, well, kung kailangan mong magmustra, then go ahead
Yes,
and
true.
magmustra ka.
Yes. Oo,
Right?
okay lang din yan.
So sa inyo panel, let me ask you guys. Oh, si Bong sabi niya, yes, magmustra ka kung kailangan mong magmustra. What about you, Leora? Kailangan mo bang magmustra or do you need to control yourself and not move so much?
Wala eh, hindi ko kaya hindi hindi gumalaw. So, ano lang ako, ganito lang ako palagi, ganito. Ayun, parang mas nawawala yung kaba ko 'pag may konting
Mhm.
pinapakitang movements talaga.
Nice. There,
So,
at least
ayun.
with Leora, hindi niya talaga mapigilan. Kailangan magmustra. And I like that. And you know what? I observed that most of the times talagang ang camera mo is there at your elbow level. And that is good. That is good kapag ikaw yung mahilig magmustra. Because look at me right now, limited talaga nasa power box ako ngayon. Limited ang view ng camera ko. So whatever I'm doing with my hands, hindi masyadong nakikita. Right? Kailangan nakataas ng ganito. My power box is here. So there, you also have to consider that if you are mahilig magmustra, medyo dumistansya ka ng konti sa
Trending.
camera and make sure that they actually see your hands. Because if you are doing this right now, I'm moving my hands right now, wala kang
Pero
nakikita.
hindi kita.
Right?
Yes.
So yeah, so be considerate when it comes to your body language. Make sure that if you want to show it, you really have to show it. What about you, Josh? What is your opinion when it comes to hand
Yeah.
gestures and body movements?
I, I think it's okay lang naman. Okay lang naman. Not
Mm.
hindi naman siguro yung masyadong extended na yung arm mo, but just to show expression at the same time. I'm pretty sure maintindihan din naman ng mga client yan. So, just minimal but not to extend na ine-extend mo na yung mga kamay mong gano'n. Na parang octopus na siya.
Nadidistract.
For me.
Yeah, hindi ka naman nagde-declamation eh. Kaya hindi ka naman nagde-declamation na kailangan mo talagang i-express sa camera. Hindi, you're not doing that.
Yes.
So, yeah, whatever comes out naturally. Thank you very much for that, Josh. And sabi ni Mai, it's okay po to glance sa notes once in a while po or isinasabit po yung notes sa gilid tabi po ng camera, whichever would make you look you're looking at the screen. At medyo bawasan po yung intensity ng mata when looking at the camera na parang staring contest, or it would seem you are challenging the interviewer. I think this is on a personal level naman kasi there are some people whom we may mistake as when we talk to some people personally, face to face. Pag minsan yung mata nila hindi nami-misinterpret natin na na glaring yung iba, but it is really their personality. Although this is a good tip. I'd still say na para sa mga novices sa interviews, if everything, if what we are saying is too much, it's overwhelming, go back to being yourself. Kasi we can give you as many tips as we can. For example, sa lighting, ako grabe, matindi ako sa lighting. Si Ana alam niya yan. Matindi ako mag-criticize sa lighting. But kahit na anong gawin mo rin naman, everything falls down to who you are as a person. So are you the kind of person who is very meticulous with your looks? Kung ganon, then yeah, look at the mirror, mag-makeup ka kung gusto mo, fix your hair and whatnot. Whatever makes you confident. Pero kung gusto mo naman na nakikita ka, then make sure that the lights are good. The lights are okay. Yung makikita ka talaga. And important naman sa video interview, yung audio quality mo. Okay, let's go to audio quality. Kayo panel, what do you do to improve your audio quality para sa mga video interviews?
Dapat talaga meron.
Let's go to, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, let's go to Anna.
Dapat talaga prepared ka sa mga interview. So, dapat meron ka ng mga mic or yung headset na maayos, na may noise cancellation yan para maiwasan nga yung background noise din kahit paano kung talagang maingay ang iyong paligid, di ba? Pero as much as possible, yun nga, hanap ka ng medyo tahimik na lugar na walang maririnig na na ingay yung client kasi nakaka-distract din talaga naman yun. Ayun nga, interview kasi to. So dapat talaga maging professional din tayo kahit nasa bahay lang tayo. Iseryosohin natin yung interview with the client, 'di ba? So yun.
Yes. Medyo na, I don't know, it kind of moves me differently kasi kapag pag if we keep on suggesting noise cancelling headphones, because I myself do not believe in it. Pag minsan kasi it
Ako
sometimes
din.
works against you, the noise cancelling headphones. Sa akin, let me go to Leora. Yung mga manok, what do you do to work around
Ayun yun na
yung
lang.
mga kahol ng aso o yung tilaok ng manok? What do you do with those? Katayin isa-isa?
Oh my God. Ay, papalayasan ako ni Papa.
Papa mo ba yun?
Pangsabog
Huwag
yun
natin
eh.
pakialaman.
So, ayun. Talagang, siguro sa first or second year na ng dito na ako nun sa Pilipinas. So, talaga dun ko na naranasan yung extreme na to the point na hindi ko na mapigilan yung ingay. So, I even tried na sabi ng kapatid ko, pumasok ka sa loob ng kwarto mo, ilagay mo yung kumot mo sa ulo mo para hindi mo nagtalukbong. So, ginawa ko yun para wala lang talagang marinig yung walang marinig na ingay. But it didn't work. Talagang pag 8:00 is talagang maingay na ang mga namin, mga
May
manok at
oras sila.
oo. So that time yung client is talagang sabi niya na pwedeng ngayon na. So ayun, umuo naman ako. Then ayun, nagsabayang awit lahat yung mga roosters namin. So ginawa ko na lang is talagang nag-ask ako ng apology kasi talagang hindi marinig. And then ayun, nag-set up siya ulit ng time na magkausap kami. Kasi yun talaga naririnig niya eh. Kung saan daw ba ako, nasa farm, nasa nasa palengke. Sabi ko, hindi, nasa bahay lang ako. So, ayun. And then, I even tried to, use the noise cancelling na headset, pero hindi siya nag-work. So,
Yep.
yun na talaga yung, habi ko, di ko na alam what I'm going to do. So, pinaka, ko is, pumunta ako sa coffee shop, namin, sa sentro. Then, ayun, nawala ng konti yung ingay. So, dun din yung isang isang mabuting option ko pag talagang nag-set up ang client na morning na lang yung usapan. So, yan, coffee shop or kaya sa gabi. Yun ang mga options ko. Kasi hindi ako good sa mga alternatives na na headset or earphones pa yan. So, ayun po.
Yeah. Nice, nice. There you ayan na. Sabi nga ni Miss Laura, just deal with it kapag naiirita talaga si client, then it's either sabi mo na na ulitin na lang yung interview niya sa some other time kung kailan ikaw ay nasa ibang lugar. Dahil nga, hindi mo pwedeng katayin ang mga manok, hindi mo pwedeng katayin ang mga aso, hindi mo yan talaga yan maiiwasan. Those are things that are beyond your control already. So, what can you control? What you can control is the schedule of your interview. Now, kapag talagang gusto ni client na mga may particular oras na kailangan kayong mag-usap, so be it, ipakita mo ang totoo. Dahil yun ang pinili niya eh. And then that is when they would realize. Now, Josh, sa iyo naman, since we talk about just living with what we have, how do you express to your client kapag nagkataon na maraming distorbo during the video interview? For example, yan nga,
Yeah,
may mga manok na tumitilaok, asong kumakahol, or kapag nasa
yeah.
internet cafe ka naman, maraming mga dumadaan-daan sa likod mo. So how do you deal with that? Should you apologize to your client? Should you profusely explain? How do you deal with that?
Yeah. Well, firstly, no, I'm just fortunate na wala pa akong experience na katulad kay Miss Laura, no. Which is, I said, fortunate nga kasi nga, as yung pagdating ng interview natin is just, you just want to be the best out there. Tapos may mga ganyang unfortunate events, di ba? But, siguro, if normally the client would send a calendar link. So you just probably try to choose the best time. Kung madaling araw ba yan, a little sacrifice will be okay for you na sa madaling araw mo i-interviewin kasi umaga sa kanila, no. But kung talagang hindi kaya, for example, mostly pagka madaling araw naman yung baby iiyak.
Mm.
Di ba? So again, apologize is I think is still the best way. Maririnig din naman yan. Eh. Pero there are times naman na pagka ganon, sasabihin ng client na, oh, also I have a son or a daughter na ganyan din. So it could turn also into a conversation na outside of the work just to keep maging kalmado kayong pareho, no. So it could be good, and also it could be bad things pagdating sa interview, yung mga interruptions na ganyan. Yun.
Nice, nice. Thank you very much for that input. Ayun, basta relax ka lang kasi kapag ganyan, kapag meron yan. May mga may mga some people are sharing some facts here, like sabi ni Ivan, invest for soundproof home office para hindi na kailangan mag-headset. Para sa akin, yan ang isa sa mga biggest advice na pwede may bigay. But it is kind of difficult to give that advice to the newbies kapag wala pa silang perang dumarating. Wala pang perang dumarating eh. Kaya parang ang hirap na sabihin na pagandahin mo ang kwarto mo, make a cubicle na soundproof para lang sa video interview. But really, if kung ang bagsak mo rin is gagamit ka talaga ng mga sound system, lagi kang nasa video interview anyway, you might as well invest on that. Dahil yun nga, sometimes the noise cancelling headsets, they really work against you. Mahar says, yung iba sina-soundproof yung small room using egg trays.
Oo.
Yes, yeah, that's a that's a very common na ginagamit sa mga studios even. And then use Chris app daw, sabi ng mga flippers. So some people, I guess, if you can use some apps, that's okay. Pero parang that is also as good as noise cancelling din eh. Yan, ito. Levi Gray says, On noise control, currently working as an ESL teacher ako. Inalam ko talaga ang schedule ng aso, kapitbahay namin. Usually,
Interview mo yung
5:30
aso.
maingay. Yeah, may schedule sila eh. Usually 5:30 maingay na sila, so di ako nag-open ng classes at 5:30. At if from my previous interviewer was to mute the mic pag nagsasalita yung student or interviewer. This really is a hassle, ladies and gentlemen. Kapag ang ang client ninyo mahilig sa mga meetings. At sometimes, you know what, kung interview din lang, it's a one-time thing. So maybe you can just go to an internet cafe kapag noise ang kalaban mo. Or you can just live with it and then hayaan mo nang mainis si interviewer. Pag minsan din naman kasi yung client natin, they just want to see you as a person. They don't really care whether high quality ang nasa palasyo ka. They don't really care. Most of the times they just want to see you on camera. They just want to talk to you and get the vibe kung medyo okay ba ang magka-click ba ang personality ninyong dalawa. So it really doesn't matter kapag may mga tumitilaok na manok dyan or nag-aaway na neighbor dyan, as mentioned by Jing here that I cannot find her comment about ayun. Yung sabihin mo, I'd like to apologize for the noisy neighbor scolding her kids. She is beyond my control. And yung mga ganun, usually yung mga clients talaga, they don't really care when it comes to the first interview. Pagkukunin ka. So don't worry so much about that. Worry about it if the client starts saying you will have a weekly meeting. Yun. Kasi nakakadisturbo ka na kapag maingay lagi yung background mo. So try to fix that. Ako personally, I would just recommend marami mga voice actors diyan na maingay ang mga surroundings nila, and what we do is we hide in the closet. Doon talaga kami sa closet. Dahil sa sangkatutak na layers of clothes diyan, malaking malaking sound barrier yan. Yung sinabi ni Mahar, sinuggest ni Mahar na yung iba gumagamit sila ng egg tray to soundproof their rooms. It is also as good as you're hiding in the closet na marami mga nakasampay na damit dahil yung layers and layers of clothes na yon, it muffles all of the sound that is coming from outside. So yun ang ginagawa ng ibang mga voice actors na hindi pa sila nakagawa ng matinong booth. So if they can do that, then perhaps you, ladies and gentlemen, would be able to use that kung meron kayong isang one-time na interview, or if you have weekly meetings. But what do we really expect from an interview? Ano ba ang dapat nating paghandaan na galing sa client? What is it that they commonly ask of you, Miss Bong?
Parang, di ba during the interview, parang ano lang din siya, parang gusto lang din malaman ni client kung kaya mo ba talagang gawin yung mga task na pinost niya. Di ba? Parang confirmation lang, kaya mo ba tong mga skills na to? Meron ka ba nitong mga requirements niya, like laptop specs or yung internet speed? Tapos kung qualified ka ba, ano yung experience mo, i-verify lang. Tapos, ako ito lagi ko sinasabi, yung tell me about yourself. Kasi hindi lang siya, yung tell me about yourself na question, i-relate mo yung sagot mo dun sa job description. Hindi tell me about yourself yung talagang para sa sarili mo lang, kung ano lang yung mga alam mo, yung mga puro skills mo, i-relate mo siya kung ano ba yung hinahanap ni client. Yun yung better na sagot. Kasi parang sumasagot ka na rin sa question na, why should I hire you? When you tell the client about yourself.
Nice. Yeah, yan yung mga maraming mga questions. Do clients still ask those questions na halos generic, Bong? Do clients still ask those, really?
Hindi siya tell me about, may yung clients na nagtatanong pa rin eh. Kasi parang yun na yung pinaka-icebreaker. Tapos pag may sinabi ka, halimbawa ako, pag tinanong kasi ako noon ng tell me about yourself, kinumpose ko na yung tell me about yourself reply ko, since 2017 pa yon, inedit ko lang. Kapag sinagot ko siya doon sa client, parang pag sinabi ko siya, interested na agad siya eh. Kasi nirelate ko na nga. For example, ako, di ba, HR. Pag tinanong ako, tell me about yourself. Sasagutin ko siya, I have been an entrepreneur since 1996 and have mastered business operations, and people management as well. So after nun, may questions na siya about kung HR yung ina-applyan ko. Ang tanong na niya is more on sa HR, paano ko nakukuha yung mga ah, tao na ima-match ko sa kanya, mga freelancers na ima-match ko sa kanya. Parang naging interested na agad siya dun sa tell me about yourself ko.
Okay. So, so far kasi lahat ng mga clients ko, they didn't ask me the tell me about yourself
Talaga.
question. Yeah, none of my clients asked me. I had how many clients already, but none of my clients ever asked me those generic questions. Usually, ang usapan namin is, can you do this? Can
Oo,
you,
ganun na agad.
yeah,
Oo,
Depende
straight na.
yeah.
siguro
Straight to the point
minsan.
na. Oo.
Depende
Kasi
siguro
nadaan na
minsan
sa
sa
ano
course.
nadaan na sa, kumbaga nadaan na sa proposal letter, nasa cover letter na yung mga
Oo.
details.
Depende rin kasi
About,
'di ba pag busy masyado yung client, gusto niya straight to the point.
Oo.
yeah,
Ano
yeah,
ba makukuha ko sa'yo? Papaano mo ba ako
yes,
matutulungan? Straight to the point
exactly,
na siya,
yeah,
wala nang paligoy-ligoy.
yeah. Most of my clients are like that. Yung mga so far, yung mga nadaanan ko mga clients with all the interviews, mostly ang sasabihin nila is, if I'm going to give you if I'm going to give you a task, I would really prefer it if you're able to deliver in
Kung
three
kaya mo.
days.
Oo, oo.
Yeah. Okay, so can you do
Tapos
that?
oo.
Yeah.
Idagdag ko na lang din kasi meron sa sa Hustle Challenge, iyayabang ko na yung Trello board,
Go ahead.
Yabang mo na.
Trello.
Oo, sige. Hindi kasi
Yabang
sa Trello
mo
board,
na. Shit.
ito yung laging problema ng mga students kasi. Paano sasagutin yung tell me about yourself? Meron tayong template na binibigay sa mga guided hustlers natin, sa mga hustlers natin, kung paano nila gagawin yung reply nila dun sa tell me about yourself question. Parang may guide tayo na binibigay sa kanila.
True. Ayun yung kagandahan ng Guided Hustle Challenge. Although,
Yes.
karaniwang nangyayari talaga online is hindi naman talaga masyadong mga ano yung questions talaga sa interview. Like yung sabi nga ni Phoenix, straight to the point lang yung
Straight to
client.
the
Kaya
point.
mo bang gawin to?
Mm,
So ako rin,
mm,
parang ganun lang din mga nai-encounter ko talagang clients na pag interview, kung kaya mo ba to, di sige, bibigay ko sa yung
Oo,
task.
oo.
Pero dahil nga may guided hustle challenge, pina-prepare namin yung mga students sa worst case scenario na pwedeng nilang ma-encounter para 'di ba? Talagang prepared ka na, hindi ka makakabahan, hindi ka na matatakot kasi usually yung mga students kapag natapos yung course, afterwards, ayaw na nilang maggumalaw kasi eto na yung point na
yeah.
mag-apply na, may interview, kinakabahan ako, paano ba yan? So yun, yung ginawa ni Bong na Trello board, which is meron ng tell me about yourself, nandun na. So hindi ka na mangangapa kung paano mo ba sasagutin in case tanungin sa'yo na normally naman talaga, di ba? Hindi natin na-encounter sa online. Kasi di ba mas nakakakaba pa talaga yung yung interview ng personal compared
Mm.
sa video interview sa atin sa mga online freelancers, diba? So, yun na. Mahahasa talaga yung mga students na kung paano ang interview kasi nga may mock call interview din kami
Yeah.
sa Guided Hustle Challenge. Yung,
I do remember when I was starting up in my freelancing career, and kada interview talagang pinaghahandaan ko yan ng parang mga 4 na oras na nagpa-practice before the interview. But the thing that I realize is, we sometimes overthink. We
Yes,
sometimes
true din yan.
overthink and we blow things out of proportion. Na
yeah.
akala natin every move that we do, natingin ka lang sa right, natingin ka lang sa left, may interpretation na yan. Or if they ask you, tell me about yourself, pag nagkamali ka ng sinabi mo, minus points na yon. I realized that pinapagod mo lang ang sarili mo. Pinapagod ko lang ang sarili ko by preparing too much.
Yes.
Keep things simple. Keep things to as simple as possible. May ginawa ko sa sarili ko nung time na yun na I promised to myself that in every question I will only give one sentence answers. Hindi ako magdadagdag ng more than, because
Yes.
ba-
Tama din.
ba- ano kasi yung you're just wasting time and you're just trailing away. And most of the times, ang mga clients natin, they are busy. So if they say, tell me about yourself, as much as possible, put it in one sentence. Kung meron si, will you be able to do this task? You say yes. You don't say yes because blah, 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 or no because blah, 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 na parang maghahanda ka na ng isang essay and
Oo.
all it takes is for you to say no, and gumawa ka pa ng isang, ng apat na paragraphs. No, don't do that. Just keep things simple as
Oo. Dagdag
possible.
ko na lang din, sorry, ang dami kong dagdag.
Yes, go ahead, Bong.
Kasi kapag hinabaan yung tell me about yourself, sa totoo lang, hindi na nakikinig yung client.
Mm-hmm.
Hindi na
Yeah.
siya nakikinig kasi gusto lang niya makinig sa'yo kung anong meron ka na marerelate dito sa gusto kong gawin mo. Yun lang yung gusto niya. Yung ikukwento mo pa yung naging VA ako, naging ganito ako, naging intern ako, nag-work ako sa ecom, nag-work ako sa bookkeeping. Hindi naman yun yung work na ina-applyan mo. Meron akong ganun kasi na-encounter eh. Lahat ng pinagdaanan niyang job, kinuwento niya, ang haba. Nakaganto lang ako doon, inaantay ko siya matapos. Kailan kaya siya matatapos? Ang haba, parang nobela na talaga yung sagot niya. So parang parang pwede ma-turn off pa sa inyo yung client pag ganun.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, if you really cannot help yourselves at gusto nyo talagang makahanap ng pagkwentuhan ninyo, ng journey ninyo in freelancing, I invite you guys to tell Miss Carmi para maka-line up kayo sa Just Success. Doon, doon nyo pwedeng ikwento talaga yung journey ninyo ng lahat ng napagdaanan ninyo sa freelancing para mailabas ninyo, right? Because I know a lot of you are eager to tell your story. So,
Yes.
nandyan po ang Just Success. Kung gusto niyo talagang ano. And I will just simply say, what's your story? And yun na. Pwede, you can just go on and on and on and on if you want. Wag sa job interview. Josh, tahimik ka dyan. Let me ask you. When it comes to answering questions in an interview, what are the things that we need to avoid?
Probably yung me. Yung it's all about you instead of, telling that all about the problem of the client siguro, yung job post niya and what you can do about that. Kasi most probably hindi yan sabi nga nila no, clients are already too busy to know your personal details. So just go and kung naka bullet point yon gano'n na lang din. Straight to the point na lang din yung so what you can do about to me parang gano'n sa client. Diretso na.
All right. So, how could you give us an example of how you can redirect the question, an answer? So, if the question is, "What can you do to my company?" Pag tatanungin sa'yo ng ganon, so how would you be able to redirect the attention instead of saying, "I will be able to do this," to what you can offer to the company?
Um Probably state the process of how you will do it
Oh, para
for the
maiwasan yung
client na
ay.
this is already the plan kasi for sure you already prepared, you already
Uh-huh.
did the research on the job post na so bigay mo na kaagad siguro yung solution na gusto niya para tapos na kaagad.
Or pwede tanungin kung hindi
I don't know kasi
naka-specify sa... Ay, sige, go. Sige, go.
Josh.
Josh.
Go, Miss A.
Nawala na, sige. Or probably kung hindi naka-state sa job post yung business ba ni client, pwede mong tanungan, ano ba yung business mo muna para, 'di ba? Para mas lalo mo siyang matulungan and ma-search mo kung ano ba yung kailangan talaga ng client. Wala, dagdag ko lang yun. Nakasingat. Sorry, Josh, na wala tuloy yung thought mo.
Okay, wala po.
Is there anything you'd like to add there, Josh?
Siguro another thing just to maging calm lang kayong pareho, probably get to know how is the situation sa city niya kung saan siya nakatira. Just to take it in a mild conversation, para ma-redirect lang muna yung mga topics, and then from there Kasi makukuha mo rin sa flow eh. Once na nag-start na yung conversation nyo, you can, uh, yung flow na yun, it will go directly na, so this is you helping me now. Like, ito pala yung, ganito pala yung future, ano ko, client ko, and this is my future employee na makakatulong sa akin, my future VA na makakatulong sa akin.
I love that. And thank you very much for that. I love that you mentioned flow. Nag-overtime na tayo. Pero I don't care. I love that you mentioned flow, Josh. Dahil when it comes to flow, isa pa yan. Kapag nabasag yung flow natin, parang wala na, nawawala na. Lahat na
Oo,
ng prepare
nawiwindang.
natin, nawawala na talaga. Parang blanco. So how do we keep the flow? Magkakaiba tayo ng mga style, pero Miss Leora, are you the kind of ayan, my interruption, and therefore pag minsan nawawala talaga tayo sa iniisip natin, but to keep yourself online, what in line, how do you prepare yourself, Miss Leora? Meron ba bullet points ka ba, or are you the kind of person who just go with the flow?
Ako naman is, usually ginagawa ko is I check again the job overview ng client. So, it is for me to be aligned sa kung ano lang dapat ang sabihin ko sa kanya, ano talaga yung makukuha niya na sagot sa akin. And also, talaga important yung nagba-background check ka sa client kasi lagi yun, hindi talaga siya nawawala sa mga sa mga tanong sa akin ng mga prospects. So, also, always once na binigay mo about, sinimulan na about sa pagsabi mo about sa self mo, then always make sure na it is aligned sa kung ano ang ino-offer mong skill. So don't mention any other
Yes.
things na unrelated para hindi ka mawala sa
I
trap.
love that. Ayan,
So
ladies and
ayun.
gentlemen, a pad paper helps a lot. But one good thing that could also help you in your job interview, in your video interview, is post-it. So yung post-it kasi, maglagay ka ng keywords doon and then ilagay mo lang sa anywhere in your monitor, anywhere where you can see it. And whenever people, like what Miss Leora said here, if they ask you anything, make sure that it is connected to the company. So for example, nakita mo sa company that they desperately need social media management, for example. Nabanggit man yan o hindi sa job description, nabanggit man yun o hindi, make it a keyword. So if they are going to ask you, for example, if they are going to ask you, tell me more about yourself, then it would be best that you would redirect, sabi ka ni Josh, redirect it towards their company. Sabi ni Miss Laura, according to what you have noticed and what you have observed about the company. And that will definitely catch their attention. It is not about you. Eto. So, if the question is, tell me more about yourself, you could easily say, well, I noticed that in your company you might need a social media manager, and I've been managing social media for of different industries up to now. There, that is a good example. Nasabi mo about yourself, and yet you redirected the attention towards their company and you have given them a solution. Sabi nga ni Josh, magbigay ka na lang ng solution para wala ng ketchupureche. And sabi ni Ms. Leora, gumawa ka ng keywords and research about their company. That is an example. I hope you're happy with that example. So, ayan, as we mentioned, once we keep mentioning, marami tayong mga GHC, meron tayong mga guided hustle challenge, and this is also exclusive for VA bootcamp. And how about we give our audiences some reminders?
Yes. Wait. Share ko na ang aking PowerPoint. Ayan. Kita nyo na? Can you see? QC? Okay, announcements. Ayan. Sa Wednesday, dahil dalawang sunod na Wednesday akong nag-JSU. may pag-aano. may pagtatampo. Ayan, so Wednesday, September 30, 6:30 p.m. Interview with Erica de Guzman with Phoenix Jackson. Why she
Mhm.
pursued freelancing even after her client had left her without pay. Ayan, isa na namang Just Success interview ito na marami ang mai-inspire. So yan, panoorin nyo ito sa Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Tapos, bakit tayo mag-move ng aking cursor? Ano nangyari? Ay na mag-move. Ayan. Ang ating series of webinars for October naman ay magsa-start sa October 3, Saturday, 8 p.m. Advanced Virtual Assistance Gear Up for 2021. Ayan. Ito yung mga schedules natin. Advanced Virtual Assistance for on October 3, October 10, Social Media Management 101, October 17, Intro to E-Commerce, October 24, Amazon Seller Central. Ayan, lahat yan at on Saturday, 8 p.m. And hindi kami masyadong prepared. Meron na rin November. November 7, Photoshop Essentials. November 14, SEO in a Nutshell. November 21, Basics of Bookkeeping. And November 28, Marketing Your Freelance Skills. Every Saturday yan. So, wag niyong kalimutang panoorin ang aming webinar series para ma-prepare kayo for 2021 sa inyong mga skills, di ba? So yan, yung mga bago sa page and sa flip, meron tayong VA Bootcamp course. Kung gusto nyong mag-invest sa inyong sarili at matuto, kagaya namin ni Josh at ni Leora at ni Bong, pwede kayong mag-enroll sa vabootcamp.ph/enroll. Lifetime access na siya. Kung walang budget, meron tayong free VA course. Punta ka lang sa freevacourse.com. And ito yung mga packages natin. Tatlo siya bale. Skills package which is 3,990. Ito yung mga niya kasama. Inclusive dun sa skill package. Accelerated package 7,990 at ang ating complete package naman is 19,990. Yung mini-mention namin kaninang guided hustle challenge, available lang siya for accelerated package at saka complete package. So if skills package yung in-enroll mo, pwede ka mag-upgrade into accelerated or to complete para maka-join dun sa guided hustle challenge. And individual courses are back. Punta ka lang sa VA Bootcamp. Tandali. Naharangan. VA Bootcamp/shop ba to? Ayun, vabootcamp.ph/shop. Yung mga courses na available for individual. Ano ba yan? Ayaw na naman gumalaw ng cursor. Makasama ka laptop. Ayan. Better English, getting started with blogging, bookkeeping and QuickBooks for beginners, email marketing mechanics, freelance writing for beginners, SEO the way Google likes it, social media for business management and marketing, websites 101, WordPress and HTML, e-commerce virtual assistants. Yun, may mga 2,990, may 1,490. Pero, ayan, ito pa. Next level freelancing naman, available na rin siya ng individual. Individual mong bibili 101 and 102 and 103 for 2,990 each. Tapos yung bundle na 3 courses dun sa kaninang mention ko na individual, pwede mong bilhin ng tatlo for 7,990. So mas makakamura ka kung nakabundle siya. So yan, 7,990 lang siya. And avail of all of this in the complete course at 19,990 and get to join a monthly coaching call with Jason Dulay. Exclusive lang to sa VAB Complete students. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. Ay, ba't wala yung camera ko?
Ano ba yan, Ana?
Ang dami.
Ang dami. Hala, nawala yung camera ni
Wala
Ana.
na ako.
Ano ba naman yan?
Ayan. Ano ba yan? Ang
Ano ba?
pangit na camera ko.
Oo nga, anong nangyari dyan? Ano ba yan?
Nawala eh.
Ayan, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to trying to be confident in front of the camera, yun nga, maraming mga sinabi itong mga kasama natin sa panel when for preparation. Now, panel, let me ask you, what are the other things that the newbies would do after preparing before the interview? Let's start with Miss Leora.
So, after, ako talaga, it's like, I'm going to pray. And thank at natapos na yung yung interview. And last word kasi kadalasan din sa mga previous interview ko is they will tell you na they will just email me or wait. Minsan they'll provide a date, exact date kung kailan i-contact ako ulit. And then, or other is another interview, schedule another interview. Ganon. Yeah, those three are really well, others naman is just wait for a few minutes kakausapin sometimes kasi there is a two decision makers sa business talaga. So may ganun na I will it's either asawa niya pala yon or the business partner niya yon. So mag-uusap muna, then ayun, then they'll get back to me sometimes in a day talaga. So yun ang mga
Yes.
usual nangyayari. So that I'm thankful if may sagot agad. Even it's a no or yes, for me it's a like clarity. Kasi nagiging ano yun sa akin, I will ask myself if there's a need for improvement, where should I focus, and where do I need to, saan pa ba dapat na kung maganda man yung naging yung interview is ano pa dapat ang gawin ko para maging mas okay. So that's how my after talaga interviews.
Nice, nice. I love the, and I really love the follow-up question. Is there anything I can do to convince you to have more confidence in me? Yeah, I really love that you added that. Yan ang isa sa mga dapat na i-memorize ninyo, ladies and gentlemen, ng mga script eh. Kasi kahit na nagkabaluktot na yung mga English natin, pag meron tayong memorize na isang question, is there anything else I can do to convince you to take me as your freelancer or have more confidence in me for this project? Yung mga ganong klaseng script, then at least it's a good question that will kind of shake the interview, and that is one of the things that would help you stand out. Yan ang isang advice ni Miss Leora. Thank you very much for that, Miss Leora. Is there anything you'd like to advertise or pa-shout out?
So ayun, of course to those sa mga nahandle ko sa guided hustle. So hopefully this is a big help, lalo na sa may mga na-encounter talaga that they are very nervous sa nila interview. So I hope this will help a lot. And also sa iba din na there have scheduled dates na. So hopefully this is very helpful. So yun lang po.
Nice. Thank you very much, Miss Leora. All right. Miss Bong.
Yes po.
Same
yes
question.
po?
What is it that
Anong yes
what is it that yeah what should newbies or freelancers do after preparation and before the interview? Tapos na yung preparation, nandyan na ang lights, nandyan na ang internet, nandyan
Sa
na
bagay.
lahat-lahat. What else should they do?
Ako, siguro dapat 5 to 10 minutes before the actual time ng interview, i-message nyo yung client just to inform them na ready ka na to take the call. Pero yung pag message mo si client, dapat ready ka na talaga to take the call. Hindi siya parang, parang message mo lang, tapos ready ka pa after 10 minutes. So pag nag-message ka kay client, dapat ready ka na. Kasi what if yung client ready na siya 10 minutes before your actual interview? So, dapat prepared ka na. Hindi ka na mawiwindang pag message mo si client. And also, double check din yung time ng interview. Kasi pag minsan nagkakamali din tayo sa time. So, double check yung time. And basahin nyo ulit yung job description bago kayo sumalang sa interview. Kasi lagi ko nga sinasabi to sa mga hustlers, tsaka sa mga nagtatanong, yung question ng client, nasa job description. Halos nasa job description lang yung question ni client. So, basahin mo ulit yung job description and prepare answers. Di ba, nakapag-prepare ka na, relevant lang doon sa job description. Also, prepare a question or two para kay client. Ako kasi hindi lang two, marami akong question talaga sa client. So, kung wala ka masyado question, hindi pwedeng laging wala kang question. So, parang prepare a question or two. Tapos, wag mo na antayin si client at tanungin ka kung do you have a question for me? Ikaw na yung mag-initiate kay client na may tanong pa ako or yung magka-clarify ka about the task, more about the business. Yun na yung chance mo itanong kung wala nang question si client, diba?
I love that. Especially the part where you initiate the question. Wag mong antayin na
Yes.
sasabihin ni client na do you have any question? Wag mong antayin kasi parang ang ibig niyang sabihin is tapos na ang interview kapag ganun. But if you initiate the question, then it means that you want to extend a conversation, not an interview. It's a conversation. Very good. I love those advices, Miss Bong. Anything you want to advertise or pa-shout out po?
Advertise.
Parang ngayon lang kita
Advertise.
natanong ng ganito, no?
Natawa ako sa advert. Hindi, sige, pa-like na lang yung page, gadgets, at di ba, iba pa. At saka, yung pinagkakaabalahan ko kayo, parang stress reliever ko, yung YouTube. Nagpo-post kasi ako ng mga music playlist doon. Yung mga playlist talaga na pinapakinggan ko habang nag-work ako. Or kahit habang gagawa ng household chores. Yun, baka support nyo na lang yung channel, MCBI 915 Music Hub.
Moderators, could you please put that on the comment section, on the comment? Sa ano yung
Thank you,
sinabi
thank
ni Miss
you.
Bong? Yes. Wala kang pa-shoutout, Miss Bong. Ngayon lang kita natanong
Wala
ng pa-shoutout
Wala po. Hello na lang sa mga hustlers ng September.
And thank you very much, Miss Bong. And last but not the least, Josh. What other things should a newbie or a freelancer do after all the preparation and before the interview?
One thing siguro, if there is a link or calendar link na dinadala, no, if you can try to be the first to be interviewed by the client, so that kasi what happens is that sasabihin niya sa'yo na I still have 5 people to be interviewed today, no? Pero kung ikaw yung nauna,
yeah.
if you were the first one, there is this someone that he would be comparing to, no? Ikaw yung magiging benchmark niya. So if you were able to impress him, being the first one na interview ni client, ikaw ngayon yung kukumpara niya sa mga susunod niya ng mga interview So I hope I hope it helped, no, yung sa topic natin ngayon, and I mean, just go for it. Grab that moment. Kunin mo yung opportunity na yan. Who knows that yun yung magiging client mo, no? Na hinihintay mo na. Yung madalas nating sabihin, yung the one. Diba? So, just go for it. Enjoy yourself. Not to be too stiff sa interview. Pinag-usapan na natin kanina yan, yung mga hand gestures, no? So, just be lively, be energetic para maramdaman ni client that you are really interested sa post niya, sa job post niya, that you can be working with him. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you very much for that, Josh. Is there anything you'd like to advertise or meron ka bang pa-shoutout?
Ano daw, shout out daw kanina, I saw it in the comment, no, yung motivated March moderators. Yan, shout out daw sa kanila. Hey guys, kamusta kayo? Yan. And even sa mga nakasama ko sa admin interns and content. Tsaka sa mga GHC last May. Yan. Hey guys, how are you? Yan po. Thank you so much.
Ayan. Kasi magtatampo yung mga kapag hindi mo babanggitin This is one of your very rare opportunity to give a shout out to them. So yes,
Nasa
thank you
group
very
chat
much,
namin, sabi
Josh.
gano'n.
See you ka na next time, Josh.
Anyway, there will be more to come from Josh because I expect him to be a bit more active in the community.
Invite natin si Josh JSU next time.
Yan. Marami pang contribution si Josh na maibibigay sa inyo. So just keep on watching, ladies and gentlemen. And is there anything else you want to add?
Ako, dahil prepared ka na sa lahat, ang lahat ng tips, 'di ba? Ang susunod mo nang gawin, dapat talaga magpa-interview ka kasi yung iba tumitigil na, teka lang, andito na lahat ng tips, 'di ba? Pero kinakabahan pa rin ako. Ayoko pa rin magpa-interview. So, walang mangyayari kung hindi mo susubukan. Kasi minsan, magugulat ka na lang. Di ba pag minsan maano yung adrenaline, magugulat ka na, kinaya mo pala. Kaya mo pala talagang lusutan yung interview. And yun nga, compared sa corporate na interviews, ang pag online freelancing na interview, hindi talaga siya ganun kahirap. Hindi siya yung mga mapapanel. Depende na lang sa job post siguro na ina-applyan mo, kung tipong pang mga CEO level ang ina-applyan mo, baka may panel interview. Pero yung kalimitan, yun nga, minsan hindi kayo magbe-video chat, hindi kayo magbe-video call, minsan chat lang yung interview, 'di ba? So, wag mong unahan ng takot yung mga posibleng mangyari. So, i-try mo muna bago ka matakot. Kasi, eto na lahat yung tips binigay na namin sa inyo. So, yun. Grab mo na lang yung opportunity na ma-interview ka din. Kasi, doon talaga nagsastop ang lahat. Pagkatapos nun, ayoko na lang pala. Ayoko na lang pala mag-freelancer. Ayoko na lang magpa-interview. So, yun. I-push mo yung sarili mo. Yun lang
Alam
po.
mo, na parang ngayon ko lang na-realize na marami palang mga graduates na ganun nga. Yung hindi nila tinuloy kasi nga nandyan na yung knowledge, but when it comes to the confidence part, hindi na, wala na. Ay, umaatras na sila. So, I am so baffled by that because you are already equipped with everything that you need. So, why the hell would you waste so much of pinaghirapan mo and yung pera mo are you just gonna throw that away just because you're scared of this very tiny thing na video interview? I love balik na tayo kay Bisbong. May binanggit kasi si Bisbong na wag pag oras kasi nga may ugali tayo mga Pilipino na nandyan na ako, ayan, sasakay na ako ng jeep, pero actually kagigising mo pala hindi ka pa naligo. Yung, di ba may ugali tayong ganyan? May ugali tayong ganyan.
Ikaw, gising na ako, pero tulog ka pa pala.
Yeah. I'm guilty with that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Respect the time of your client. So kapag talagang kagigising mo lang, kailangan ora-orada at gumising ka na talaga, magkape ka na at para makapaghanda ka para sa interview mo. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, there are tons more that we can give you for tips when it comes to gaining confidence in front of the camera for a video interview or for a video anything. Kahit sa mga meetings na yan, nakaka-nervous pa rin yung mga ganyan. There's a lot more that we can give you. Actually, ako pumigil pa nga ako eh. Ang dami ko nang nasabi, pero sa totoo lang, marami ko pa akong tinago. Marami pa akong pinigilan. But, you know what? Of all the things that we said, ikaw rin, nasa sayo pa rin eh. Finally, it is up to you to do the work. So, kahit ano man ang sinabi namin at kung magtanong pa kayo, marami akong maibibigay dyan kung magtanong kayo sa akin when it comes to gaining confidence in front of the camera. Pero yun nga, after all of that, kahit na inabsorb nyo ng inabsorb at nandito lang na stagnant lang sa utak ninyo and you're not actually gonna do it, wala rin. Sayang yung effort natin na pinag-uusapan natin ito. Sayang yung ni-reserve mo sa utak mo. You have so much potential, ladies and gentlemen. All of you have tons of potential of making money out of the skills that you have there right inside your brain. Pero sayang nga kapag hindi mo pa rin gagawin. So the biggest tip that I can give you, ladies and gentlemen, is to do it. Yun nga sabi ni Miss Anna, kahit na ang dami ng preparation ninyo, pag hindi nyo gagawin, wala. Nothing will happen to you. So go. Do it. Pag kailangan mo talagang mag-practice, sige, mag-practice ka in front of the camera. But you know what? Kahit na anong practice mo pa, yung pagdating din sa interview, parang mawawala rin lahat yung mga preparation mo actually. Mawawala rin yung mga yon. So, yung pagkakamali, you accept that it is there. Accept that it will happen. Mistakes will happen. So, if you are prepared that mistakes will happen, you will be more forgiving to yourself. please lang, do not punish yourself, do not torture yourself just because you want to be perfect in a single video interview. Things will happen. Magkamali ang mic mo, hindi ka maririnig, biglang nagpalya ang internet, tumilaok ang manok, lahat na mangyayari at mangyayari yan. So, just be forgiving to yourself. Hindi kailangang napakaganda ng interview because after all, whatever the quality that you give to your client, wala pa rin. Ang titignan niya is how you solve their problem. What is it that you can give to their company? Right? So ano man ang gawin mo, yun ang isipin mo na lang. If you happen to commit a mistake, well, hayaan mo. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake. Kamo lang ng ganon and then move on. Right? Because it will be there. Thank you very much for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. Ayan, nabulol ako, nagkamali ako. I don't care. But, see you again next time.
Bye!
Bye-bye. Ang haba ng oras natin.